Hello and welcome back to the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Danny Vittori, and today we welcome on two guests from the podcast Old Soul, Young World. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So you are here to talk about a very specific event, but before we dive into that, can you both just quickly introduce yourselves and a little bit about the podcast for people who may not know?
Sure. So I'm Jessie, Elly. I'm the CEO and founder of Old Soul, Young World.
Hello, I'm Radmaes, Batista.
All right.
And Old Soul Young World, it is a motivational mental health podcast and media platform, but we also throw community events. So it's a little bit of a mix of both.
Well, a little bit of both. Yeah. And today specifically, you're talking about a community event that is literally called Gallery T.A.L.K, which is an acronym. So I will ask first, what does that stand for?
Well, if I could just touch back real quick also, Old Soul Young World runs a podcast, but we're not just a podcast, we're a motivational entrepreneurial brand. Mm-hmm. And our series of Gallery Talks, which TALK is an acronym for Talented Artists Lending Knowledge, as we're bringing camaraderie in the city through all these dope, amazing artists that are going to be there. And we are truly bringing this feeling that you usually get out in Boston, but in Lynn, which is a community event, and these talented artists will be lending their knowledge. Jessie?
And it's 4 artists, correct, that will be performing?
Yes, it's 4 artists that's going to be performing. We have Boston Music Awards 3-time Artist of the Year, Latin Artist of the Year, Yelena La Rosa. We also have Ashanti Eva Davenport. We have Paradoxic King, who is a Lynn native himself.
Yeah.
Yep, and we have the Nate Nicks. So we got a really strong lineup.
Mm-hmm. I know, I'm excited to see it. And of course, I probably should have started with this, but when is the event happening? Where, the nuts and bolts of it?
For sure. So our event is actually next Friday, April 11th. It's 6 to 10 at the Palette Function Room, which is 16A City Hall Square in Lynn. So if you're local, you're from Boston, the North Shore, anywhere in between, it's a free event, and we want to see you there. Free parking.
That's good. That's a big thing, especially in Lynn. You feel like kind of have to squeeze yourself into spots sometimes.
Seriously.
And of course, I will ask, this is volume 2.
Yes.
So you have done this previously, and it sounds like it went very well, so you're coming back for a second one?
Yes, exactly.
And, I will ask, word is bond. So you mentioned that when you sent something in about the importance of choosing that as a theme. Did you want to touch on that?
Certainly.
Yeah.
So, Jessie, you want to kick it off?
Sure, yeah. Word is bond is a phrase that you hear throughout pop culture, throughout movies, music, history. It's very closely ingrained into hip-hop culture. Mm-hmm. A lot of people say word is bond, right?
Yeah.
When we were thinking about this event and having artists come out to talk and share their knowledge, who are also performers, who sing, do poetry, rap, etc., we were thinking about they don't use an instrument, they use their voice. Their voice is their powerful tool.
Yeah.
Their voice is their bond. Their word is their bond. So when you think about the concept word is bond, that's a great phrase. It sounds cool, but what does it really mean? Mm-hmm. It means that what you're saying is how people trust you. So the whole theme of the event is our artists talking about what word is bond means to them, but also showing how they perform that through their actual art form.
Interesting. Interesting. Did you anything you want to add?
Well, Gallery Talk 1 was food for thought. And if anyone is interested in seeing on our Instagram page and on our YouTube page, it was a live episode within the season 3. So this one's going to have that same type of feeling in a sense of there will be a panelist. It will be by the hostess with the mostest, Miss Jessie Elly, at the 1s and 2s. And there's going to be some really thought-provoking questions being asked. And then after they speak about their word is bond, they're going to put it into live performances, which is a really beautiful thing once you see it all come to life.
You get both pieces of it.
Yes.
Speaking about it, but then you get to actually see them perform.
Yes.
Which, at least for me, is so captivating. I've been to events like these before, and I realize I haven't been filming for 5 minutes because I get so captivated by what they're saying.
Right. And that's the thing that we've heard from the artists coming to perform at this. Wow, it's so awesome that you guys are asking me to perform, but aside from that, I get to voice my own knowledge about, the struggle I went through to get here, what this means to me, how my art form plays into my everyday life.
Yeah.
Usually artists are just, being paid to come do what they're supposed do, sing or rap or whatever. This is giving them the chance, yes, to show the art form, but also, like Radmaes said, to vulnerably communicate, to speak out and let people know who's behind that artist, you know, how did they get there?
Yeah. Give some of the backstory, right?
For sure.
It's poetry in motion at the same time. Like, they're going to be performing, and then when they're going to be talking about going to the performance and then just the action piece of it, in particular, Paradox King, he's an incredible performer. Not to single anyone out, but him being in Lynn and being able to just bring it in here to build the camaraderie in the city. That's what we're trying to do ultimately with these events.
And I know we'll wrap up in a moment, but were there any other upcoming events or anything else that you did want to mention, either about this or anything in the future?
Yeah, I mean, so a couple announcements. You guys can be on the lookout for season 4 of Old Soul Young World, the show. We are in the production phase of that, so that will be coming in the future. But for events in the city, we will be throwing an event this summer. The date is to be decided, so make sure you guys follow us on Instagram so you can get that notification. And then this is a little bit of a secret, but we can let it out on today's show.
Oh boy.
We are going to be doing a fashion show in the city of Lynn, and that's going to be in the fall, so sometime between September, October, with a lot of local fashion designers. So we can't wait for that one.
I feel special now.
Yeah, you should, Danny. Nobody knows that secret but you. Well, and your audience now.
Yes, and now them. But I was still first. Well, that all sounds amazing. It sounds so awesome. The engagement you've gotten in the city through the podcast and through everything else. I mean, I do have to wrap up now in a moment, but was there anything else you wanted to toss out there before I wrapped it?
The only thing I want to say is our Gallery Talk events are open to everybody, all ages, all shapes, all sizes, all vibes. We want everybody there. It's a night to enjoy, network, and communicate. And one thing that we just want to make sure people know is we're really trying to bridge the gap so that these amazing events that you usually only get to go to in Boston that are high ticketed, we're making them affordable and accessible for the local community.
Definitely.
Just on that note, because she nailed it, but thank you, Danny. This has been an incredible experience here at Lynn TV.
And I said thank you both so much again for coming on, sharing this, and I'm really excited to see this event next week.
Thank you. We can't wait to have you there.
Of course, anytime. And once again, this has been the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Danny Vittori, and we'll see you next week with more guests.